What's happening, Xogos Nation? This is Zach Edwards with another episode of the Xogos Game On series. This is where we talk to you about Xogos gaming and all the games that we produce. So I've got some new ones that just came out last week. I wanted to show you some, and we have like 5 more that are on their way. So this next one that I want to talk to you about, like we just talked to you about Historical Conquest. We talked about Splunker. Now we're going to be talking about, we'll do a Life of a City. Okay. Have you ever played the old game SimCity? Well, SimCity has nothing on us. This is better. Okay, so see, it looks like SimCity. Yeah, I grew up on SimCity, but this is better. This is much better because what it does, it is actually teaches you about the life of a city. I have my old city, which I actually called New, and I'm going to start a new one. It is, do you want it to be a republic? Do you want it to be democracy, socialism, theocracy, oligarchy, or monarchy? I am going to pick a republic because that's what we are as the United States. So here we go. Name that city. I'm going to make this the New Republic. Luke, I am your father. No! Okay, so yeah, Star Wars fan, but not that kind of New Republic. This is the New Republic because it's a republic and I'm just starting it. Okay, so I want to span over here. Really, it's going to nighttime already. I just started. I'm trying to zoom, but I'm not getting the zoom part. There we go. Zoom in. There we go. It's lagging because I got a video going, so I apologize for that. Okay, so I'm going to start off with creating my roads. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Anyone name it? Put it in the comments below. Love to see if you know the classics. And yes, it is a classic. Okay, so I'm getting my main strip. I don't like this water. I'm going to bulldoze to make that land. There we go. Land, land, land. Okay. What am I going to put in that land? Well, I like my residents. I want to make them happy. So I am going to create residents. Light residents. Light residents. And right behind that, I'm going to create high-rise residents. And there we go. Okay. So now I'm going to span and move over here. Whoops. Too far. Okay. Now here I'm going to make a commercial area. Okay, so I'm going to give it some space. And then I'm going to do commercial and commercial and commercial. Looks like water. Now, commercial will not actually grow or anything. Nothing will grow unless it has roads. So let's put more roads in. So I put more roads in. Whoops. That's fine. We'll make it go there. And we'll make it go there. Nothing's growing there. Now, here's the first act. Okay, so you just started a new city. You want to make your people happy. Well, look at this. The tax rate proposal. Okay. Will you raise taxes by 5%? Or will you keep taxes level? Now, if you actually can see this, actually, I should actually zoom in this. Okay. You zoom it now, it would give you, now there are later consequences. It actually says this later, further consequences will come. But it will cost me $800. Oh, sorry, it will make me $800 because I'm asking for more taxes. More taxes comes in with more, the more taxes I ask for, the more money will come in initially. But it does change. People move away. So that's why it says now 800. My happiness score will go down 8 points. I don't know if I want to do that. And my economy will go up. No, it will go down -3 points. I can keep the taxes the same. Happiness stays. It actually goes up slightly. Consequences of it, basically the same. Okay, or you can cut taxes. It loses you $600 each month, but it gives you 8 points in addition. It increases your morale by 8 points. and your economy actually goes up by 5 points. Okay, so keep the same, or right now, let's just keep it the same. It'll come back for vote. That's the city council voting on it. And right now, we don't need to do anything. Okay, I need to bring jobs here. Now I have retail jobs, but I need better jobs than that. Or I should say, more jobs than that. So I'm going to drive out just slightly. Uh-oh, I just saw the notice. You guys see the notice? Where's the notice? It's right here. Power shortage. There's a power shortage. Okay. Oh, look at this. Another city council vote coming up. Protect the press. It says journalists want protection. Critics say the press spreads instability. Well, truthfully, I'm going to protect the press because I believe in the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press. So instead of licensing journalists, I mean, who's going to license them? If someone licenses them, are they legitimate? So I'm going to go over here, and I know I'm in a power outage, so I'm going to go down to utilities, and I'm going to add, let's see, I can do a solar farm, which is fairly inexpensive, but it doesn't produce much. You have wind farms, 500, that's good. 700 for gas power, that's going to give you the best output possible. Oil plant, okay, so oil plant too. And then you could also do hydro. It's expensive, but it does give you more power. I'm going to do gas. And I'm going to put that gas one right there. There you go. So it has to be built. But ultimately, you can see, here's my power. And it's all completely used up because I had no more power. I have no power. That should have been the first thing I built, was my utilities. Okay, I can build entertainment. No. I'm going to actually build a second plant. I'm going to put that right here. So 2 plants, one next to each other. And I'm still using too much power. And it's already built. So that's why I have a second one. I may even need a third. There's my third. Okay. Whew. Hopefully that's all I need. Okay. So I can get rid of that. Because as you can see, my power is actually coming down. I should have just waited. I could have lived off 2. But I'm going to grow really fast in here. So I'm going to put down some commercial. Oh, no. I just did commercial. I'm going to put some industrial in here. Oh, look at that. Another vote. Now these need to slow down. So let's just do that. We need to slow down the city council votes. They are pushing me to make these votes, and I don't want to do that. Okay. I don't want to do it so often. Okay, so fund a temple. So grand temple proposal. Religious leaders request public funds for a grand temple. Sorry, I don't believe that we should be paying for private industries or private products. And funny enough, I think most religious leaders don't want you to pay for it because they don't want to think that they owe you. So, fund a temple, private funding only, reject it. Oh no, totally keep it. I want you to have a temple or a church. Okay, so now we are going to add more industrial. So this area right here is not the cleanest because it has the power plants. So I'm going to add industrial there. And let's see, I need some more roads. Because where they're going, they don't need roads. Actually, they do. Everyone needs roads to their property or it doesn't actually fill. And I'm going to put more industrial in here. Now I want to show you some stats that have been created ever since we started. Okay. There we go. Nighttime again. Okay. Look here. You actually have right here, you have the year. So it's been 7 years. We started in 1950. That's the years. This one shows you what? Let's zoom in so you can actually see it. What does it say? It says population, not popular. I want to be popular. Okay. Power is fine, but my happiness score is down. How do we bring the happiness score up? Well, that's 8 points per happiness. Guaranteed pensions. So the city pension fund. Retired workers ask the city to guarantee their pensions. No. If you're a private company, you need to guarantee your pension, not the government. No. So we need to put more mandates on that company if they're going to do that. Private retirement accounts. That's probably how we're going to keep it safe, because if we mismanage the money, their pensions are gone and they're not going to be able to do anything. Especially things like teachers' unions. If the teachers' union pension goes away because of mismanagement, what happens to the teachers? Well, you'd think that they could go to Social Security, but a teacher doesn't pay Social Security in a lot of the states. So if they're not paying Social Security, they don't get Social Security. Okay, so private retirement accounts, and I would say make sure that they're actually going to pay up. My economy right there is strong, but my crime is severe. Okay, so I need to get rid of some crime. How do I do that? I'm going to bring a police station. Okay, so zoom over. Here we go. I have spots for them already. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit more. There we go. And go to education. And with education, they come over here. I'm going to put a school. There's my school. Happiness went up slightly, just slightly. Then I'm going to add, let's see, public. And I'm going to add a fire department. There's the fire department. And then I'm going to add a police station. Boom, there we go. Okay, so crime hopefully will go down fairly soon, fairly quickly. Oh, look at that. It's actually been, what is it, 20 years? Over 20 years, this is the budget that's been running. So tax revenue, about $468 per year. Facility upkeep, $86 a year. Now that's $1 million. So $656 million. $86 million. And council policies, $12 million. Now remember, we're trying to keep everything basically free market and less regulatory. So this council policies should stay low. So ultimately, I'm making about $1,000 every year. Now, if I want to see it even more, I got to zoom out. And there you go. There's my budget right there. If I want to look at it, I click there, and there you go. You get to see your budget. Now, what about utilities? Okay, so for utilities, my power, just enough. Water shortage. Uh-oh. I need to be paying attention to that. People will not move to my town if I have a water shortage. So I'm going to go back to that industrial area. Oh, I have to make a vote. Education debate. Schools are overcrowded. Teachers demand funds. Do we go to a voucher system? That'll teach us teachers. Or do we go to a fund public schools? That'll fund the teachers. Or do we just cut the budget? Saves us money. Happiness goes down. Economy goes down. Here, happiness goes up. Economy goes up. You lose money. Or vouchers? At this point, when this comes around again, maybe I do a voucher for some people to help with the population. As right now, I'm going to fund the schools. Okay. The debate, after debate, council approves, fund the schools. Okay. Not another vote. Okay. Right to assemble, require permits, protect the rights of protesters to protest, or ban the gathering. No, we're going to protect the right to vote, protest. At the same time, we can always ask for them to register. I don't see any problem with that. We just can't stop them. Or we shouldn't stop them. Okay, so let's put a water facilitation. Water station. One here. And one here. And because everything runs on roads, we gotta add some more roads. Roads. Take that. Come on. There we go. Run into the next city. Into the next council. County. Yeah, run into the next county. Okay, so now that I did that, I need to put... No, I got the water. What's the water show? Did I fix the issue, or is there still a shortage? Looks like there's still a shortage. Power shortage and water shortage. Okay, so I need more power. More power. Okay, more power, more water. Utilities. Water. Water. Wait a second. I don't know if I... Water station. Oh, I added water. Literally added water. I gotta bulldoze that. Wait a second. Okay. Let's see. Bulldoze the water. I'm not putting in any lakes. Don't need a lake. I need water facilitation. Water facilities. Water. 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 Okay. And then I need gas plant. Let's try something else. Solar plant. I want to do a wind. Little wind. Oh, new vote. Minimum wage vote. Do I raise the minimum wage? Do I let the market set pay? Or subsidize low wages? I'm not subsidizing low wages. That's just a bad plan altogether. Might be happy up front, but whoo, you're going down a rocky road. Let the market set pace. I would definitely like to do that. I'm not quite sure it's right for this, or raise the minimum wage. I don't agree with that either. So what happens when you raise the minimum wage? Guys, think about it. What happens when you raise the minimum wage? Who does minimum wages? Now you might say, oh yeah, there's a lot of workers that do minimum wage. Yes, there are, but it's an introductory hire. So if you are going to be part of raising the rates, you're going to make it so that no youth can ever get a job. They can't have their first job. They can't have a first job. They won't have a second job, because you can't have a first, or you can have a second without a first. So yeah, I don't believe in raising the rates. It also runs a lot of companies out of the city, much like Seattle. Seattle lost a lot of people when they raised the rates of minimum wage. And this is actually like real things. Okay, let the market set pay. Okay, I like a mixture of both. Market and a little bit of minimum wage. Okay, so let's see. Power is okay. I need another power plant. Let's do... Can we do a nuclear? Let's do a nuclear. Do we have the money? We do have the money. Okay, we got a nuclear power plant coming online. And I'm going to do one more water because I know at some point I'm going to need it. Okay, let's go back to the budget. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so utilities looks safe now. Yep, water is fine. Other stats, look at this. Population, it's doubled. Sweet. In just a little bit of time, it's doubled. Happiness, 68%. We can probably fix that. And how do we fix that? More public facilities, more entertainment. Oh, entertainment. Dude, check this out. Stadium. That's right. Let's get a stadium out here. Wait. Another vote. Okay. Toll roads instead. Build public rail. Do nothing. Mass transit expansion. Traffic is choked downtown. Planning proper. Propose a rail line. Well, we're not building a rail line. It's too expensive, and it's not going to be pay back until like a long time. Check out California with their hyper speed train that costs like $30 billion, and it's like $20 billion overpriced. So I'm going to say toll roads, I don't like adding more. I'm doing nothing right now. Just for now. But again, let's make them happy. So we're adding a stadium. Let's see, where'd my stadium go? Entertainment, stadium. There we go. Hey, wait a second. That didn't say 4. It said 1. Okay, there you go. It's the end of the road right there. And, you know, what do people like always? They always like a little park. Let's put a little park right where that tree is. Done deal. Look at that. Man, my city looks beautiful. Look at that. Okay. Let's go back. Moving back. Zooming out. Zooming out. Okay, it's very bare bone, but it'll get better. It really will. Try it out. Have fun with it. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much for joining us, and we will catch you next time on Xogos Gaming. Take care. Bye.